Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sean Airy. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm a developer at Duke University Libraries, and here's what we've been doing lately with Blacklight at Duke. Blacklight plays an important role in a lot of the things that we do at Duke. We support 5 different Blacklight apps in the Duke libraries, and then there are 4 more that are used elsewhere in the university. We do have one app on Blacklight 8, but otherwise we're mostly still using Blacklight 7. Our catalog uses Blacklight. We share a common gem engine and a solar index with our partners in the Triangle Research Libraries Network, TRLN. So a lot of our catalog development is collaborative by nature. On top of that engine, we have a local app that adds Duke-specific features and customizations. Duke's most challenging project of 2024 has certainly been our ILS migration from Ex Libris Aleph to Alma, which went live in July. That change disrupted several aspects of our existing data pipelines and integrations. So we are live, but we're continuing to refine all those pipelines and address downstream issues that impact our patrons in the catalog UX. This effort will require major developer time for the foreseeable future. But we do have some new catalog features to highlight. Thanks to our TRLN partners, we were able to swap out a broken OCLC API-based citation generator with dynamic metadata-based citations courtesy of SiteProc. We also contributed enhancements to the Blacklight hierarchy gem that implement an improved Flexbox-based layout and enable configurations for sorting and item presenters. So you can see those changes in action here for us in our location and our call number facets. We're currently working across TRLN to upgrade our catalogs from Blacklight 7 to 8, an effort that'll probably extend until at least the end of 2024. All right, now over to the Duke Digital Repository. We call it the DDR. This is mostly bespoke software, and while it does not use the Samvera Hyrax bundle, it does use some community components like Valkyrie and Blacklight. The most impactful feature we were able to develop this year was support for IIIF manifests using the IIIF Presentation API version 3. Here is an example compound digital object. If you click manifest, you'll see a nice portable JSON link data representation of the item structure, key properties, and metadata. This really helps our items interoperate seamlessly with a whole bunch of different open tools built around IIIF, especially Mirador Viewer, which we also implemented this year in the DDR. I chose to share this particular image because it demonstrates just so much of what we love about Mirador that we just could not do before this year. This is a 600-page right-to-left reading Arabic manuscript shown here in a 2-up book view with the thumbnail pane configured at the bottom, inline metadata at the side, and an image tools plugin activated for adjusting the image properties. We really love Mirador. As usual, we spent a good deal of developer time upgrading dependencies and maintaining our infrastructure and software this year. We'll probably target a Blacklight 7 to 8 upgrade in 2025 for the digital repository. Okay, our research data repository application, we call it the RDR, is currently based on the Samvera Hyrax engine, which uses Blacklight. We made some improvements this year to how the default file set page renders, and we had to develop a custom tombstone feature so we could provide a sensible landing page for data sets that got issued DOIs, but then later had to get deaccessioned. RDR was one of about 50 applications we had at Duke that was previously tracking usage stats in Google Analytics. In the last year and a half, we migrated to an on-premise open source Matomo analytics platform. RDR was our most challenging analytics migration, especially given how Hyrax uses the Matomo reporting API to dynamically pull in stats. RDR has also required heavy maintenance work, including 2 major Hyrax version updates since 2023. Finally, we have our archives and manuscripts collection guides built on ArcLight. Duke helped lead a 2-week community sprint for ArcLight in December 2023, including participants from 7 institutions. That team knocked out a whopping 45 issues in that time, cutting version 1.1 that addressed a whole bunch of bugs and also UX, documentation, indexing, and search relevance issues. And all that work that we did in the digital repository to support IIIF and Mirador also paid dividends for us over in our Finding Aids UI, where we have integrated inline digital object displays from within the archival context. One feature we added this year was a two-step advanced search experience where clicking advanced search brings up a modal with some simple fielded search options, and then a more link brings you over to the full native Blacklight advanced search page. This page thankfully no longer requires the special Blacklight advanced search plugin. It's part of Blacklight Core. We caught our local app up to speed with the core ArcLight engine, which now uses Blacklight 8 and more modern conventions like import maps, turbo, stimulus in ES6 instead of jQuery. So there was a bit of a learning curve there, but it should prepare us well for the rest of our Blacklight 7 to 8 upgrades that we've yet to begun. Looking ahead, our friends at the University at Albany have just kicked off a 2-year IMLS grant project that will improve how ArcLight can enable digital content discovery and access from within finding aids, and IIIF manifests will play a part in that work. Duke has representation on the advisory board for that project, and we're really excited to see where that leads. Finally, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow developers at Duke Libraries who work on supporting all of our Blacklight applications. So that's all I've got to share from Duke. Here's my contact info and a URL for my slides. Thank you.